YouTube. Oh, hi. Hey, everybody. Chapter 9 review. We're back for another tutorial review. Revieworial. All right. Chapter 9. So we had visual instructional plans. This unit, which was kind of fun for me. I kind of like seeing how you guys use those. Again, a lot of you guys don't really need all the steps written out, but some of you guys liked it, so hey, whatever. It's a different approach. All right. What does it mean when we make a graph of a line? What does it mean kind of in real life? A graph of what? It's not a box. It's not a box.
It's stocks.
Stocks. It could be stocks. Okay. He's like, I just heard he said it's a box. Okay, good. Stocks. Okay. Anybody else? What could it mean in real life? It could mean money, sales. What else could it mean?
Profit.
Profit. It could mean a lot of things, right? It can mean so many things. How something's growing. There's a myriad, M-Y-R-I-A-D, myriad of things. Plethora, P-L-E-T-H-O-R-A, plethora of things. That's a great word. You guys, that's a great word. I even spelled them correctly. You can ask your English teacher. All right, so there are so many things that it can mean. Usually the number that is at the end, what number is this in terms of graphing? The Y-intercept. You guys are so smart. The Y-intercept is usually a number that we start out with. In other words, I start out, my pocket has, I don't know, a certain number of money. So this could be, I don't know. Or if you start out paying, you have to do an initial fee. Okay, that's what this number is. And then the amount it decreases per minute or per something is the other number. All right, enough of that. So we need to graph it. How do we graph it? What's first? Right. -1 is the Y-intercepts. We do Y-intercept first. And Y-intercept, do we go up, down, left, or right?
Down.
Down because it's negative. But if it was positive, we would go up. You guys are so smart. That's why everybody watches our YouTube channels from across the entire world. Because you're so smart.
Okay.
Or maybe you just have a good teacher. One of the two things. All right. Now what do we do? Well, we already did the Y-intercept. Now we do the... It's not an X-intercept. The slope. Down 5 and right 3. Thank you. Please count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then to the right? 1, 2, 3. Now the biggest mistake students make is what, guys? Anybody know? Well, yeah, not doing a negative slope in the end. So watch this. So when I connect this, it's going to be a nice hefty line. Hey, can I select you and move to top? Why is it not doing that? Let's change tools. Yay, computer. Okay. So the biggest mistake students will make is they'll go negative down and negative left, but that would make a positive line. So we don't want to do that. That's bad. Bad. So we want to double check with a little person running on a green alien person. Is he going down from left to right? Yes. So we've checked it. Oh, I pushed a button. Ooh, if I push this button, I can drag. Ooh, I just learned that. Oh, but it's not easy to control. Too bad. All right, I was so excited for a second. Anyway, so we checked it. Happy face. It's good. All right, number 12. Who wants to help us with that? You've been helping us a lot already calling out stuff. Anybody else maybe? Patrick! Well, you don't have to come down. Why don't you just talk loud? How can we do, what's different about this problem, first of all? There's no Y-intercept, so the Y-intercept is actually 0. There's an invisible plus 0, so we start here. Okay?
Now we go up 1 and right 4.
Up 1 and right 4. Do we agree?
Yeah.
You are correct. Thanks, Patrick. How's Bikini Bottom, by the way? Someone said something to me about Bikini Bottom. I was like, what is that? It's like, is that a TV show or something? Oh, SpongeBob.
It might be frozen since it's really cold.
Right. Okay. Any questions? No questions? Questions? Alright. Alright. So, next one. Oopsie daisies. Hey, there's no fractions. I thought we were going to have fractions, but I made this kind of quickly. Oh, well. You know what I'm going to do on here? We'll do it the way it's written, but then I'll give you an what if, and I'll have fractions. Because there are going to be some fractions on the test. So, alright. Who wants to help me out?
I do.
Step 1, go. Gabe.
You first could substitute 5x for 0, and then you do
Okay, he said, 1 second. So Gabe said we're going to substitute 0 for x, and he's absolutely right. I'm glad you said that. But the shortcut is to cover it up with your finger. So after we did that, we would get this equation. I'm going to write it down real quick.
4y equals negative 20.
Yes.
You gotta divide 4 by negative 20, and then you get negative 5. So it's a negative.
Right, and I'm not going to write y equals. I'm going to write y-intercept equals 5. Oh, negative. There's a negative there. I missed it. I didn't see it real quick. Well, I didn't see it here for a second because I'm blind.
And then you uncover glasses. Well, then you uncover 5.
Yeah, so we're going to erase.
Then you resubstitute 4y.
Now I'm going to write it down.
You gotta go 5x equals negative 20. 5x equals 20. And then
Negative 20. See, I'm not the only one that makes
you
mistakes.
gotta divide 5 on both sides.
Yes.
And then it gets
X
intercept
equals negative 4. Good. All right, how do we graph it?
You gotta put the y-intercept at negative 5.
Okay.
Down 5.
Down 5.
Left negative.
And left negative 4. Good. Okay. Awesome. So we just have to be ready, though, if there are going to be any fractions. Okay? If there's a fraction, what do?
We count the fraction.
Yeah, we basically turn it into a mixed number, right? And so for instance, if it was 22 instead of 20, then it wouldn't come out quite even, but we would be able to graph it still. So 22, so that becomes what? That becomes 5.5. Yeah, negative 5.5. And this would be negative 4 and 2/5. But all we need to do is go a little bit past 5 and a little bit past 4, and then we're good. Get it? Get it? Get it? Alright. Okay, y equals. Is y equals at the beginning of our slope story or end of our slope story? Beginning. Beginning. Y equals is at the beginning, so it was a really easy one to walk on. So that means it's going to be going vertical or horizontal? Horizontal. Good, horizontal. Even though y equals, it seems like y's would be going the other way, but that would be wrong. So we got to be careful with that. Okay, so we go along the negative 2. Negative 2, you know what to do. You didn't like that little pun? That little rhymey rhyme? That's why people watch our videos, because we rhyme all the time.
No, not really.
In kind. Alright.
It's a decline.
Declining. Okay. Are the following functions? The best way to do this is to graph it and use a vertical line test. So 1, 2, 3, down 3, 0, 3. Now those are horizontal from each other, but the vertical line test is still okay. So if you're one of those people that's shortcutting and saying, oh look, there's 2 3's here, it's not a function, you would be making a mistake. So be careful.
Because it's the first
That's
one.
why the best way to do this is to graph it real quick and see if it works for the vertical line test.
It has to be the first
Okay, so 1 comma negative 4 and 2 comma 4. Oh, it was positive. Wait, why did I make negatives?
one. There's no negative.
There are no negatives. Alright, let me make it positive. Some people always like to be negative. I didn't mean to, though. Alright, there we go. So all of these are not vertical from each other. So it's a function. Are the following functions? So A is yes. Alright, what about B?
Yes.
You say yes. Well, I'm going to change it a little bit. I'm going to add one more thing. And what do you guys think?
No.
Okay, well, let's graph it.
If you add this, no. If you add
Alright, I'm going to graph it. Here we go. 0, 0. I'll do it in a different color. Well, I can't do it in a different color because it's going to cover it up.
It's gonna be on top.
So that's 0, 0. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 4, comma 4. 5, comma 1. Okay, now we have 3, comma 3.
Oh, it is.
Okay, so an input, it's not a function if you have the same input with a different output. Do we have the same input with a different output? We don't, okay? So it's still okay. So that could be on the test. It's the same exact point. It means one person walked into the store and bought 3 lollipops and they paid $3. Another person walks in the store and buys 3 lollipops and they paid $3. So it's still okay.
Mr. Pat,
Same input and same output.
the shortcut is you gotta look at the first number of each of them.
Yeah, there is a shortcut, but you have to make sure it's not the same point exactly, too. Correct? You see what I mean, Mr. Gabe? Okay. Alright, how about this one? Let's graph it. Uh-oh. I didn't do it yet. Okay, negative 1, 0. 0, comma 3. I have to use the same color because it always will cover up a different color. Negative 1, comma 4. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. So that is a very bad not function. Unhappy face. Sad. No! Ah!
Is he barking?
No, he's yelling. He's saying no. Okay.
He yells at you saying you're
So this is a function. This is not a function.
He yelled at you saying that you're
Mr. Function Decider says no. Don't turn your in all crazy like that, please. So I can't see your answers.
If I do,
I'll be sad.
let me get minus.
Now, guys, we do have some time left, but I want to just quickly look at this. What is constant rate of change? What is a rate of change?
1 to 3.
Right. Rate of change is another way of saying slope. So all you're doing is picking any one of these 2 points and calculating slope, which you guys know how to do, just like this.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just slope. So let's do one real quick. Which one do you want to pick? 0, 6 is easy because it's a 0, and 1, 9 is pretty easy because it's a 1. So let's see. So I'm going to write down my formula. Oh, first I'm going to do this, x1, y1, x2, y2. Then I'm going to write my formula. Don't skip steps on the test. And I would actually want to graph it to estimate if it's on the test, but we don't have time this second. But alright, this is your exit ticket. Please make sure you write it down. Even Mason's going to do it. 9 minus 6 over 1 minus 0. 3 over 1. So if we do that for any of these, we should get the same answer. And I'm doing it real quickly. Yep, we do. 3 over 1. So the constant rate of change is 3 or 3 over 1. Anything else we should go over real quick? What's the slope of x equals?
It's under 5.
Correct, because that's a vertical line. Number 10. Well, I'm going to do as long as you're quick. Hi, YouTube! Thank you.
No cap.
Yes, sir.
That's my previous YouTube video. That's on 15 minutes.
Oh,